Am I allowed to do this? Somebody was talking yesterday. Actually, it was Stephen Hawkins. Oh my God, it was fantastic. I watched a whole hour and a half. What I didn't understand, okay, what I'm sending out to you is how I visioned he saw it. Because when the black holes come, okay, you know, when you don't see the right shadow or you don't see the right side, okay, you don't actually see what's happening in the complete dark, okay, because obviously one side of the cells, okay, can just ward off anything because it's the creator of this whole universe. These pieces that they see is that one side of the black hole, this side of the black hole, the side we're on, the side we're not on, and the in-between. They come together, they fuse together as one. They transfer something, an energy from a faraway planet, from somewhere else, by tunneling it in. It's electronic, so it tunnels in, it turns, okay, and it's like a wind tunnel, and it shoots it off towards there, and it does its work, and then it sews itself back together, and it goes away, and in came something, and back through the wind tunnel went all the information of the transaction that happened back to the supercomputer. Okay, it's like these. I've seen them before, and I saw somebody with a picture of it, and it's exactly true. Okay, it's like these honeycomb passages. Okay, that we get to. We're like when a big beehive hung in the air somewhere. They call that the Urantia home. The tools of Urantia. You ever see the tools of Urantia? They're very simple. They're very simple. These two and these two. And that's it. There's nothing else. These four things here, okay, do everything you need them to do. They make this star key that you see is because this piece has to go over here. You have to put the star over here because this is the game board. You put the star over the game board and then you implant all these lines into position. So your game board would actually look like something like that. And then you put all the numbers in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then you do the roulette. You just keep turning it around. And here is 1, 4, 7. Here is 3, 6, 9. Did you know that 1, 4, 7 and 3, 6, 9, okay, make 10, 10, 10 out of this? Did you understand what I'm saying? 1 and 9 is 0. 4 and 6 is 0. 7 and 3 is 0. 10, 10, 10. So 3, 6, 9 and this go together as being a world of love because they connected together as 10, 10, 10. This is the passage in the center up here. Okay, this is the passage. This part of the cross is man's life. And up and down over here is the energy of Christ that comes in. This position over here on the 1 key, you usually will not see the letter A on it. It'll be over here because 1A alpha spirit in this corner transfers into the beta world, working from this even world here. This is an odd number. This is an even number. This is an odd number. So he can circulate between 1 and 2, create in number 3 as the two elements go together. But now he's working out a 2, so 2 and 3, which is 23, which is the W of creation, create here, and down to the 7 angle over here. Now this angle is position number 5 in your phone, right? But in the other world, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's the 6 card. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So the 7 number actually goes here because it's 3 and 3 is 6. The 7th position is here. That area is area 5, and on the ace they call it area 1. So it's now 7, 5, and 1 all go from this position. So there's a bunch of numbers that go in the same position over and over again, if you understand what I said. Now the other thing about it is if you reverse 3, 6, 9 over each other, you end up with 2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 6, 6, 6. 2, 2, 2 in the 4 directions is 8, 8, 8. and 888-1776. And that's basically only off of the star key of your telephone and where the letters are. God gave us all this information. We just have to break loose with it. I think I'm on the edge of something. I just need someone who's intelligent. That ain't me. I just read it. I read it, you put it together, you put this together, that together. I want to go back in history till basically when we first came out of the water. And then we laid the eggs, and then somehow we grew up. I'm not sure which way it came to be anyways. But you know what? God can do what he wants. I told you. He's underneath our skin. Okay? He can change the molecules however he can change the molecules, or does it take, or how long the period of time does it take at all, or can it be done to these bodies? So anyways, yippee! You know what? I started saying something in the last video. There's two ways out of this world. The first one is the way of death. Okay? The second one, if you take the choice of staying in this world, okay, that's good. But if you don't accept the world the way it is, that we're just a bunch of marbles in our head, okay, but we are for real, we're going to live forever. You have to accept that. So you have to accept to understand what the truth is, okay? And in this crucial time, I don't know what it means to help. The word help is a huge word. Now, if you say I'm going to help you, you better go and help now, because that's a huge word. Some people are in for some needy help, my friends. Okay, more than just a movement or a grunt or a oh yeah and I like. A lot more than that. Okay, so where was I at now? I like movement. Anyways, I lost my battle. I don't know where I was. So anyways, this is the time, my friends. We go around and we go, oh yes, so the guy who doesn't want to take the good road, okay, if you want to take the bad road, okay, when it comes to the end of your life, the whole road right till the end will be bad. It was almost like you shouldn't have taken the chance to live the last 6 or 2 or 1 year. You know what it is for the mind not to live straight? I lived it for a couple of weeks. People say it never left, okay? But I know what it's like to fall into a depression or into another world. And every second is like days. And every day is like years. And it's almost like you were never sane in the first place. It's almost like you've been like that all your life, and now you're asking questions. How come? How come? It's too late. How come? The how come came now. You just saw my video. The how come starts right now. There is no how come. And there is no excuse to anybody else, because you look in the mirror and all you see is you. It's you and only you, and this is the time it has to be only you in your entire life. You have to be good, and it's you and it's only you. It's nobody else, it's you, because you have to face you at the end. And you has an expectation over you, higher than you probably. When you get back to the next world, they may not want to accept your mind in the next world, and they'll go on and accept somebody else's and let you go. Do you want to be a part of the afterlife? Time strikes now. We're going to have people that are going to stumble on and come upon us. What do? I'm not in the right sector or the bush. So I'm going to make a prayer for all of us, maybe that Christ will come on down and give one of us the power so we can go and help whoever is in trouble, wherever it is in the world. As one will go with one power, he shall take the strongest men with him, and we shall... what shall we do? Cigarette. Right. Cigarette. See the war stop. See people positioned. See do good. Downtown, doing it to win. Down to business. It shall come to that, and there will be others like I who come on here. I'm not selling you anything. I do know in the next month we are going to get some meteor shower. I called it the after rain of what Elenin was. In fact, you know how I saw Elenin now? Elenin was like a tugboat. It came in here pushing away the matrix strands so that when the real planet Nibiru comes from behind, it doesn't spark any of these meshes, okay, and distort anything in the satellites. So Elenin comes in as a smaller planet just to push space away. Yeah, push space away. That's right. The electronic space had to be moved. So they moved it. So she came in on one angle, she went out on the other, like an L. Like any lady would do, like an L, came in on an L and out in an L. An L in French is a wing. She came in on one wing and left on the other wing. Take care, Lenin. We'll see you in the future, my good friends. Thank you. And never to despair, take a look. NGC 7286, constellation of Pegasus, the electronic world. In conjunction, can I say, to our world? Someone try to figure it out, because that's the message I got 7 years ago, and I see it online now. So who can look into it? Did I take you away from something? There are 3 numbers, okay, in the number group, okay, that do not confine to one law. Do you know what law this is and what numbers they are? These 3 lines will create a 2, a 5, a 9, a 6, an 8, and a 3. It will not create the 1, and it will not create the 4, and it won't create the 7. 1, 4, 7. February, 1 month of 28 days, 4 months of 30 days, 7 months of 31 days. 147 on your telephone on one side. This is standard. There's no other number like 7. If you take the 4, if you take a look, it's a 7 upside down with a 1. So 7 and 1, 4 creates both 7 and 1. One spirit of the 7 angle of God come together. Area 17, area 71. Like I said before, the center area over here, it looks like the 5 position, but on each level it's a different number. So on one position, this is called number 7. And the reason it's for the 7 is because there is no 7 dice. What happens is there's a 7 dice if you look at the 1 at the top, and underneath is the 6. Then you have the 7 dice. Now you can use this expression because they've connected the 2 levels, one above the other level. The levels of love. 3 levels, O, O, O. And the reason for the O, O, O is because all the shapes pass in that O or inside that square, depending on how I design my letters. So that's the passage O. And it also means in French water, the passage water, like the Suez Canal. Maybe they're talking about the Mississippi. What else was there? I missed out something, but that's okay. Just pass it on. If you like this, any kind of stuff, if you want me to search something up, I got a lot of things cooking in the oven right now, but I can't get them out on paper. I keep doing one of them over and over again. I'm going to try tonight to see if I can get it out. All it has to do is how your telephone keypad, your 9 numbers, and the 0, and the star key, and the pound key, how they can tell time and bring us to today.